Hello, future people. Welcome to Getting Tabled. I'm Jason the Bruce, and today we're checking out the Rules and Gubbins for Wild West Exodus, 3rd edition. This is something that I felt like I had to buy. I don't mean that in a negative sense, but I have all of the stuff for 2nd edition. I don't have the stuff for 3rd edition. Yes, you can download the rulebook, but I wanted to own it. And if I'm going to own it, I may as well buy it properly. The other thing I'm very curious about, and the other reason why I purchased this, is I'm actually curious as to how this compares with another one that we looked at recently. I suspect this is going to put a few of you in line as to what you should be expecting, because you're getting a lot more in this than you were in one that I looked at recently. So here we are with the Wild West Exodus 3rd edition Rules and Gubbins. Box is very similar to the old one, not that I have that to show you, but on the back, when you see the contents, it's on the back here that things really start coming into context. First things first. Yes, the Kill Team Essentials box is the one that I'm comparing it with. I think that should have been fairly obvious. But, first things first, you get the equivalent for the templates, you get the equivalent for the tokens. Now, you can argue, yes, there is more tokens over here, but we'll get back to those in a moment. You also get what is, in my opinion, the laziest terrain that I've ever seen, which is just absolutely pathetic. So that is something that you're getting there that you're not getting in here. Honestly, I don't think that's actually worth the money that you're paying. But here's the thing. Kill Team requires cards for you to play. Well, it doesn't require them, but it's heavily suggested that you should have them, and it doesn't come with them, and they're really hard to get. Oh, wait. You do have to have cards in this, and you are provided with them. Oh, and you get the rules as well. The value on this is what you should be expecting, in my opinion, from all of the equivalent boxes from all games. You should get everything that's required. I always love this box. It's always pretty. For those that are sitting there in the comments and wanting to go, oh, you're just hating on Games Workshop. No, I'm not. If you go back and look at the unboxing for this, I have nothing but praise for everything in that box. And I actually say it's good value for money. Well, not good value for money. I say that it's worth the price. The only thing I talk negatively about are these horrible barricades, because they're horrible and they're lazy and they're horrible. This isn't about me not liking Games Workshop. I don't have a problem with Games Workshop, but you don't get value from money. So, first things first. These are exactly the same tokens that we had seen in the recent unboxing for Dystopian Wars. So I'm going to skip past those. This is exactly the same rule set that we saw in the unboxing that I did for the new 2-player starter set last year. It's very, very nice. It's very, very pretty. It's not a cheapy version. It's all very nice, high quality printing. I actually like A5 rulebooks. I know not everybody does. Some people prefer A4. I like these because they fit in the bag nicer. Proper hard plastic. Again, this is exactly the same as the one that we saw in the recent Dystopian Wars unboxing. We've got our War Cradle logo down here. These two actually go together. This actually clips in to there. And you've got a ruler that basically bends. And then this is a curved one for when you're making turns. I really like this. This actually inspired something that I'm doing with the Secret project. D10s tend to treat me better than D6s do, which is nice. And, yep, I'm rolling Bruce's. That's the 10. That's the 1. I did get a 9, though. So, unfortunately, I now have a completely useless box. So, we have your action and your adventure. So, your action deck, basically, you're drawing from this. You will shuffle these cards and you will get a random amount of action points. You will also notice there's numbers here in the corners. There's no dice when it comes to activation at all. It's all worked out through this deck. And then, with your adventure deck, you have Guts and Glory. So, I'm just going to use this front card as an example, and then we'll start looking through a few of them. So, on the Guts, reveal this card and discard to be given the following this activation. So, you get +1 triggered activation. Or, for the Glory, you get achieve the following. Destroy a hand or troop unit in the shoot action this turn and score +1 VP when you do so. So, either you can hold on to this and get your VPs from it, or if you desperately need it, you can use the Guts to help you with something short term. I love this idea. It works really, really well in game, and it's something that's really, really unique to Wild West Exodus. So I'm just going to pick a couple of random cards. Let's go that one, that one, that one, and those ones. So this is way more cards than I'm supposed to have. With the Guts on our first card, reveal the card and gain the following during this activation. This basically means that you get all of your fortune back. Or alternatively, for Glory, achieve the following. Take one for the team with a face or specialist and receive 1 VP. Guts, reveal this card, gain the following. So 1 unit gains +1 quick. Or destroy a face or specialist units in the shoot action this turn to score 1 VP. 1 action point. Or destroy a support unit during the shoot to gain 1 VP. 1 triggered activation. Or take 1 for the team, gain a VP. 1 unit gains +1 aim. Or take 1 for the team, +1 mind. Destroy a hand troop. So you will have a number of these cards, each of which will do a number of different things or will give you points depending on what you do. So every time you want to use one of these, you're giving up points to gain a temporary action or something that you need. So if I've only drawn 1 action point and I desperately need to use more, then I can probably use this to help me get through this turn and do more. But at the same time, that means I'm missing the opportunity to get points for this later. Now, I may draw something up later that allows me to get this later, but there's no guarantee of that. And it's all balanced out. Everybody is using the same deck, so it all works out really, really nicely. I love the way this works. The thing I like about things like this in a game is it makes you feel like you're getting around the rules. Like you get that feeling of, oh, I'm getting away with something I shouldn't be able to do. But it always costs you something. This isn't a matter of list building around something so that your opponent doesn't have a chance to play anymore. It still gives you that rush of, oh, this is going to be so cool. But you always know it comes with a cost. But it's a welcome cost because of the way that it works. I love the way this works. That's the size of your action deck. It's fairly well balanced out. There's not a lot of the ones, so it's not super punishing. You do have a few 4s, not a lot, but you do have a few. You have 1 5 in the entire deck. If you pull this, you're very lucky. Most of the time, you will be pulling 3s, followed by 2s, then your 4s, then your 1s, and very, very occasionally, you will get a 5. So there we go. That's the look at the rules and the gubbins for Wild West Edition. So there we go. That's the look at the rules and gubbins for the 3rd edition of Wild West Exodus. I think it's a fairly fair comparison. Like, you do get a lot more in this box than you did with the Kill Team one. I mean, they're not the same game. Not everything is comparable. But when it comes to value for money, this really puts the Kill Team one in perspective. It doesn't make the Kill Team one bad. I still have positive things to say about the Kill Team one. I still think those barricades are horrible. But you don't get any terrain in this. So there is one point of difference there in the Kill Team one's favour. But the games also work very differently as well. But as far as value for money is concerned, this just walks all over Kill Team quite easily. You've made it through to the end of another video. Your next mission is to hit subscribe and comment down below. If you'd like to reach out to the team, consider doing that, gettingtabled@gmail.com. Consider subscribing to our Patreon. For only $2 a month, you get early access to almost every single video that we do. Our most active social media is facebook.com/gettingtabled. It's where you'll find everything first. There's also a Discord. There's an invite on screen right now. If you type that in, it'll give you instant access. If you're on Twitter or Instagram, you can find us at gettingtabled. It's not the most active, but it's something we're trying to use more all the time. Come and check out Jason the Bruce at Twitch. He does both video game and hobby content. And of course, without question, play more games.